3 people are dead after a shooting and a head-on crash. They happened within just minutes of each other.
And here's how they're connected. Investigators tell us the suspect slammed into a car during his alleged getaway from the shooting scene. KOMO's Tammy Matassa reports on this search tonight for answers.
The mangled metal and littered debris paint a horrifying and heartbreaking scene. Live WatchDOT cameras captured firefighters responding to the Auburn crash, where 2 people lost their lives after being hit by a suspect from a deadly shooting.
It's a scary situation, absolutely. We'd never want to hear that, multiple people involved are dead, especially the drivers of the Honda Accord who weren't involved with the shooting at all, just innocent victims.
Auburn police say it all started at Legove Park just after midnight. Investigators say a man shot someone in the park who later died. Minutes later, detectives say the shooting suspect ran away in a Porsche Cayenne on 15th Street Northwest and then crashed into 2 innocent people in a Honda Accord.
As they were heading west, they lost control of their Porsche. They were driving at a high rate of speed and collided with a Honda Accord. There were 2 people in the Honda Accord. Both were killed in this accident.
Police say a woman who was riding in the shooting suspect's car was thrown out of the Porsche, but she is expected to survive. The shooting suspect was taken to Harborview Medical Center after the crash, but police don't know his condition. Investigators are now left piecing together what led up to the 2 tragic incidents.
You don't hear of things quite like this happening, but they do happen, and that's why we're here. We're here to try to stop this from happening.
Tammy Matassa, KOMO News.
Yeah, hey there, Michelle. Good evening. You can take a look right behind me. This business is now boarded up. People have told me this was a market that served as a restaurant and a grocery store that not only people loved, but they tell me it reminded them of home.
This is our spot, but now it's all gone. I was like utterly sad, though.
Krishna Sharojdo and his friends were pulling up to the Plumtree Plaza just off of Highway 99 when they saw the damage done to what they call one of their favorite places.
Indonesian community love this place. Everyone know this one. This one, they know it. Warung Jajanan, they know it.
That place was Warung Jajanan, an Indonesian restaurant and grocery store that means so much to this community.
All the grocery and stuff remind us back in our country, and then having place to meet one another in particular place. Of course, we feel sad with this situation.
Joey Tambanua learned about the fire from social media and says it's hard for him to take because of his friendship with the owner.
The guy is so nice. Like I said, he always involved in our get-together. Like sometimes he also donates food for our Indonesian get-together.
For now, he and others are saying goodbye to a place full of memories.
It's terrible. I feel sad because we used to come here to buy Indonesian grocery, Indonesian food, just chit-chat, having a good time with Indonesian friends.
And are standing by the owner that helped make them.
I'm going to call some of Indonesian friends here and talk about this. I don't know how soon we can talk to him and get something, at least to ease out the pain.
Emily, negotiations throughout the state involving local governments who have imposed or planning to impose a similar mandate like the state has are ongoing right now. And we're including the city of Seattle because they want to know how this union vote went.
The vote is significant because it's the state's largest employee union, representing more than 46,000 workers, like the ones keeping the ferries going and the highways clean.
I was very happy with the fact that it was overwhelmingly ratified.
80% who voted said yes. The union won't tell us how many that is. The agreement allows for a framework to apply for a religious or medical exemption and what happens if a person doesn't get it. And it doesn't guarantee them a job if that exemption's granted.
Even though a person qualifies for an exemption, it doesn't mean they qualify for an accommodation if it cannot be made. So it'll be on an individualized basis. There's no blanket statement I can make about that.
The state is obligated to try and find a way for an exempt employee to keep their job or do something else to avoid being exposed or potentially exposing another to COVID. But if both sides can't agree on the proper job,
the agreement does allow for grievances.
And if they don't get an exemption, there's some wiggle room to allow the employee to get vaccinated after the October 18th deadline.
We were never trying to overturn the mandate. We don't have the legal authority to do so, even if we wanted to. This was always about the governor's legal obligation to bargain workplace impacts.
The agreement could provide a roadmap for ongoing negotiations with public employee unions statewide, like what's going on with Seattle police officers and firefighters who are trying to develop similar language with the city. One Republican state senator wants the governor to extend the agreement to non-union state workers.
Obviously, you know, the union went to Governor Inslee and tried to play some cards with him, and apparently Governor Inslee made some accommodations. So if he's going to make an accommodation for one group, you have to make it for everyone.
Ready to leave, and cars are leaving as well. Now, this is the last seen event of this size that actually can be held outside without that mask mandate for the time being. Well, some people already wore their mask here today. Others say they don't feel they need to wear one outside.
Hundreds packed the streets of downtown for the Edmonds Classic Car Show. While everyone shared a common love for these rides, there was a difference of opinion on the state's outdoor mask mandate that begins tomorrow.
I think it's terrific. I think it could even mandate be stronger if they wanted to, because we need to solve this problem, and it won't be solved until we come together.
Not, again, huge fan of it. I mean, I understand for being in close quarters, inside and everything, but being outside, not looking forward to it at all.
City leaders we spoke with say they're ready to implement the mandate for large events, but feel it will come with challenges.
With events like this, you know, it's not gated, so it's people showing up from wherever they show up from. We don't have a way to kind of stop people and do the masking requirements.
And community members say the mandate won't stop them from going to outdoor events like this one.
I think these events can go on. I think that as long as we have the rules clearly stated and people are polite and follow it, then be more than acceptable.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for checking out our YouTube page. I'm meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell from the KOMO weather team. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for additional news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't ever miss our YouTube updates.